What's up, everybody? This is your boy Retro Rogue. I am back. I know it's been a while. I have been a little busy building my business and doing some things in the real world, but I am back and I am here. I'm wanting to do something a little different, so I am starting up a little segment for D&D because I love it. It's one of my passions in this world. I have actually been a DM of a campaign I've been running for 3 years now, and I'm excited for this new one D&D. I've got hopes, I've got fears, I've got laughs, I've got tears, all the things in between. But one of the things I'm super excited about, I saw last week, I've been wanting to do a video for, is that Dragonlance. Yes, Dragonlance has made it finally to Wizards of the Coast, and it is going to be canon in the multiverse of the D&D landscape. I've been a reader and fan of the world of Kryn for many years. But they just posted a bunch of videos to get everybody acclimated and kind of refreshed on the whole world of Kryn and the Dragonlance mythos. So we're gonna check out the first video, and they just posted a few more since then, and we'll do those videos in the weeks to come. But we're gonna do this one right now and check it out. And yeah, I'm excited. So let's do this. Here we go.
We have a new Dragonlance book, which is coming out, and there's a lot of exciting features. We've got backgrounds, we've got feats, and we've got a subclass as well. So how about we dive into the backgrounds, because this is kind of important to where D&D is going in general, but these backgrounds have a lot of weight.
Yes, so in Shadow of the Dragon Queen, we introduce two backgrounds that are rooted deeply in the lore of Kryn, the world of Dragonlance. We have the Knight of Solamnia background and the Mage of High Sorcery background. These backgrounds, as you indicated, are special in that they're not only tapping into these pivotal groups in Dragonlance lore, but they also give you a special feat when you select them. And as people who've been participating in the 1D&D playtest know, that that's a theme of a background giving you a feat that we're exploring throughout the game.
I'm not really
Now,
sure about
in
that.
this book, because we're zeroing in on a particular world in the D&D multiverse, we're able to have feats in these backgrounds that are tailor-made for those backgrounds. So in each case, you're getting a feat that really helps bring to life your identity as either a Knight of Solamnia starting out or a Mage of High Sorcery starting out.
Nice.
And these backgrounds and
If you're
their
familiar with
feats
the Dragonlance
are part of another special
series,
rule in this book
huge organization.
that's all about you playing characters who are a part of this massive continent-spanning war. And so the characters here not only get that free feed at first level, but they get another free feed later. We also have made it in this book that if you don't select Mage of High Sorcery
look at that
or
artwork.
Knight of Solamnia as your background, you still get a free feat at first level, and we provide a short list of the feats you can choose from should you decide your character isn't a part of the traditions of high sorcery or connected in any way to the Knights of Solamnia. So we wanted to make sure that whatever character you're playing, you're going to get that free feat at first level, and then there's sort of what we think of as the War of the Lance boost that you get at higher level, where you get your free feat. Now, part of this is connected to not only us viewing characters who are part of this war as being especially honed in the
hold up, real quick. I just gotta say, like the whole feat at level 1, uh, I thought it was cool with the variant human in the existing 5e now. Uh, Everybody getting that. I don't know, man. I'm a little mixed about that. I can see where it would be useful in a play setting like Dragonlance. It's a very different world than Greyhawk, but or Faerun. So I get it, but I don't know. I'm gonna really have to take a look over the PDFs that they're giving out to everybody and just see about trying to put together a little one shot where we play with these rules and just see how it flows. Because I haven't actually done anything in practice, which is why I try not to speak on these things, especially, all this is beta. But let's get back to this video. Sorry.
Flames of battle. But it's also because in the adventure in Shadow of the Dragon Queen, we made the encounters harder than normal. So we gave the characters this boost, and then in most of the encounters in the product, not all, but in most of them, the difficulty of the encounters is up on the higher end. So people are going to feel like they're being pressed off.
I love the art. It just takes me back to the
really
novels.
The stakes are high, and that is intentional.
The late 80s and 90s
Or the Knights of Salamnia.
So the
D&D
Knights of
and
Salamnia
Dragonlance.
are a group of knightly orders that are appropriately from Salamnia. So they have a vested stake in the defense of Salamnia as a nation. But they are a number of orders that are past their prime. They saw the majority of their esteem prior to the Cataclysm, and since the Cataclysm, they have in part been blamed for the Cataclysm. So they have receded from across the world much more back into Salamnia, and in many cases they're seen as a vestige of an age past.
Why are they largely blamed for it?
In part because of Lord Soth. A member of their order had the opportunity to prevent the Cataclysm, and they didn't. And then the Cataclysm happened, and then these knights who were all across the world and were meant to be the defenders of the defenseless failed. And then just the general devastation that occurred meant that they lost much of their territory, lost much of their ranks, as did all the people of Krynn, and now they are largely seen as legendary figures who in the past rode metallic dragons and drove back the Queen of Darkness, but now, well, it's those groups who cling to outmoded ideals of honor. Now, so why would you want to be one of them? Is because their ideals might not be popular, but they are not outmoded. And you have the opportunity to play characters and even take one of the two backgrounds that are in Shadow of the Dragon Queen and the associated feats that go with them to become Knight of Salamnia, or to do the same with the Mages of High Sorcery. Both backgrounds provide an entry point to a number of feats that then allow you to, have some character options
They are
associated
pushing this feat thing, man.
with
They're
either of
pushing
these
it.
groups. But if you choose to take the background that makes you a Knight of High Sorcery, I'm sorry, that would be cool.
That would be
but
dope.
a Knight of Salamnia, or take another path to becoming a Knight of Salamnia. Either way, if you choose to go that direction, then you have the opportunity to create a character who's a representative of, this heroic order, and that has classically fought back against the forces of the Dragon Queen. So you have this great story where maybe the people see you as somebody who doesn't really belong or is part of a fallen order, but you have the opportunity to not only claim your own heroics, your own honor, but then to also show that the virtues of these heroic knights are just as worthy, just as powerful, and just as much a weapon against the forces of darkness as they were in the past.
And they also have other orders within these knights themselves. We've got the Knights of the Sword, Knights of the Crown, Knights of the Rose, and all of those have corresponding feats attached.
Yes. So if you choose this background, you were able, the Knight of Solamnia background, you were able then to choose in the feats how you want to focus. And so yes, with the Knights of Solamnia, you decide, are you going to align yourself with the crown, the rose, or the sword, and the feats give you different abilities based on that choice.
So every one of the different orders has... They're still Knights of Solamnia, but they give you the opportunity to maybe focus on more the martial angle, or perhaps a more religious angle, or a more command focus angle. The Knights of the Sword, for example, are very martial minded, and they get benefits for being in groups or fighting with their allies and whatnot. That's not to say that you have to choose just one. In the course of your career, you can choose to become a Knight of the Sword, and then over time, maybe choose the feat that makes you associated with the members of the Knight of the Rose. That does not mean that you've lost everything that you've forgotten from being a Knight of the Sword. You still have access to those abilities, but now you've chosen to move on to something more. You could potentially gain all of the feats associated with the knighthoods, and that just makes you the knightiest knight.
Again, one of the beauties of being able to create feats that are specific to a particular setting is that we can really drill into the theme of particular groups, particular cultures, particular types of creatures. And you definitely see that in all of the feats that are present in this book.
All right. I've always been a fan of Dragonlance. I love the world of Kryn. Some of my favorite characters in fantasy come from Dragonlance. Tasselhoff Barefoot is probably the coolest character I think that has ever come out of fantasy. He's just this little... I like Hinder. I like that race. It always bothered me that they didn't exist in the D&D landscape in Black Hawk or Faerun. Because of course, you have halflings and you have gnomes. Kinder are just like hobbits. They're a halfling race, and they are just their standout characteristic is wanderlust. They just have this need to just get out there and see adventure, and in a lot of ways, they're kind of like. As far as personality, they're kind of like honey badgers. Like they don't understand fear. They don't have fear. It's all interesting to them. Like it's fear and dread is just it's not something that they feel. Excuse me. It's all adventure. It's all experience. But you got Tannis Half Elven. Oh God, I'm having a blank. It's late, guys. Oh shoot. Oh, the twins. Wrestling and who is just a dick. Like if they ever made a bigger asshole, it's wrestling. Yeah, man, wrestling was an ass. His brother Cameron, complete opposite of him, like total opposite of him. I can't think of the damn board's name. Save my life. And then of course there's Fizbin, which we know who he really is. Uh, but yeah, I'm super excited for this, man. I'm hyped. I think they're leaning real hard into this whole feats first level thing. I want to play it. I want to create my own little one shot using these new mechanics just to see how they really feel before I come down with any real decision. Again, it's easy to be negative or positive on something based on how you feel about it. I want to actually play it. I want to see if it works, because there's a lot of things out there, man, that you don't think will work, but it works pretty dope. So yeah, I'm going to check that out, and we're going to check out some the new videos here in a little bit in the next weeks to come. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you like the content, please hit the subscribe. And if you have suggestions, or if you just want to let me know how you feel about Dragonlance coming to the world of Wizards of the Coast and to the multiverse that is D&D, drop a little comment down there, man. Let me know how you feel about things. I'm interested. I want to know how you feel about the future of D&D, where it's going. Should it stay where it's at? But that's the beauty of it, man. We get to decide how we play the game. But just remember, man, this is Retro Rogue. I'm signing off here. It's the Age of the Geek. We rule the world. Peace. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Retro Rogue. I am back. I know it's been a while. I have been a little busy building my business and doing some things in the real world, but I am back, and I am here. I'm wanting to do something a little different, so I am starting up a little segment for D&D because I love it. It's one of my passions in this world. I have actually been a DM of a campaign I've been running for 3 years now, and I'm excited for this new one D&D. I've got hopes, I've got fears, I've got laughs, I've got tears, all the things in between. But one of the things I'm super excited about, I saw last week, I've been wanting to do a video for, is that Dragonlance. Yes, Dragonlance has made it, finally, to Wizards of the Coast. And it is going to be canon in the multiverse of the D&D landscape. I've been a reader and fan of the world of Kryn for many years. But they just posted a bunch of videos to get everybody acclimated and kind of refreshed on the whole world of Kryn and the Dragonlance mythos. So we're gonna check out the first video, and they just posted a few more since then, and we'll do those videos in the weeks to come. But we're gonna do this one right now and check it out. And yeah, I'm excited. So let's do this. Here we go.